I'm sitting in my room. I'm wearing a black hoodie. It is summer. It's nighttime. My family's watching in the living room a reality TV show. They don't know I'm in this room. And I quickly lock the door of the room and I keep my tab right in front of me and I'm making sure nobody can hear what I'm about to do. And slowly, I start doing something. And before I even actually finish it, I hear somebody, outside the door. And so I go quiet. I go extremely quiet. And that person then walks away, and I'm satisfied and I'm a little scared and a little anxious because I am going to do something which I never thought I would do. And as I'm wearing that black hoodie, as I put on the hoodie on my head, I click a button on the tab in front of me and I record a video. That was the first ever YouTube video I ever made in my entire life. I always wanted to be a YouTuber, as any child wants to, and that was the first time I ever took the action required to achieve it. And that was the start of my content or personal branding journey that you can think of. I was 16 at the time, and that was a turning point in my life because that was when I entered into this journey of creating content, and I built a brand to about 25,000 subscribers, which I left because it just didn't make sense. I moved on to a different thing in life, so obviously I don't post on that channel anymore. But I took that from 0 to 25k subs at the age of 16. I didn't know anything. I didn't have any life experience. I didn't have anything to share to the world. Yet I built an audience that was loyal to me, that was wanting to listen to what I have to say. And I built a following in which I actually met people in real life. You won't believe it. I actually met people in real life who watched my content. The problem right now with this personal branding content creation space is that everything is just so commoditized. Everything is commoditized. When you think of content right now, the first thing that comes into your mind is maybe like the format of the video, the idea of the video, the caption style, maybe the music, or how the video is edited. Now, if everybody can do all of these actions, obviously it's going to be commoditized. And the problem right now is every single founder thinks very linearly. They think of content like a square, wherein they have to take the steps and it's over. Like you build the shape and it's over. Like you have the edit, you have the caption, you have the format, whatever. But content is not that. Building a brand is not a square, it's a circle. And what that means is that every single step that you take in your brand is going to create a feedback loop, a mechanism that compounds with time. Now, the problem is everybody right now as a founder wants to build a brand so that they build a founder-led company and have a personal brand and get inbound leads and get connections and maybe whatever, get fame. But there are two levels to personal branding, and you need to understand what level you are operating at. Level 1 is where you're posting content, but you're getting views, you may be getting some traction, but none of it is converting into what you want. That is level 1. That is where basically like 95% of the market is stuck at, wherein you post content and you get views, you get the vanity metrics, you feel good in the short term, but as such it does nothing for you, and you waste your time and your money and everything else. You're wasting everything and you're not getting any conversions back. That is level 1. And level 2 is where you're dominating your industry. When your brand is just so powerful, you become the pioneer in the space that you're trying to operate in. You become the person that people look up to, and that is where probably 0.1% of the brands in your industry are actually at. And the goal obviously is to be at level 2 and not level 1, because nobody wants to be at level 1. But the problem is that most people are never going to experience level 2, because at level 2, what you're operating at, yes, you are operating at the front end marketing skills of building a good brand or the format of the video. You're doing all of that stuff, but more importantly, you're doing something which is extremely unique to level 2. That is your focus on impact. And that, my friend, is exactly what you're missing. I have experienced level 2 of a brand wherein I wasn't the best, right? I wasn't the industry leader, but I had built a brand, a name for myself, and people followed what I did. And I cannot explain to you, there was a time wherein at about 10 a.m. I opened up my emails to read my emails, and I came across an email of a girl, and she had written to me that my content had changed her life. I just want you to imagine that happening to you. Imagine you making a video just like I am right now. You making a video right now and it changes someone's life. That level of influence is something I cannot explain in words how good it feels, but it is such an important thing to experience and build towards while building a brand of yourself. And so what is my vision with my brand? What is the point of all of this content? The main vision I have for the future, maybe I achieve it 20 years down the line, but whatever it is, my vision is that I want to help people build brands that impact people's lives and makes them a lot of money doing so. That is my goal. I wake up every single day with this goal in mind. Whenever I feel down, I think about this and I'm instantly motivated to work because I have this vision extremely clear in my mind and I feel very purposeful behind it. That is the point of my vision. Everything that I do, my company's vision, my personal vision, is everything to make sure that this actually comes to fruition. Nothing is more impactful than having your work impact the lives of millions, maybe thousands and millions of people, and also not go broke doing so. That is the vision that I want to build for. That is a vision that I deeply care about. And that is a vision that is going to come into fruition with my brand, with my company. And every single client I take on, I have this vision in mind that I want to implement it for them. And basically every single person I work with are only people who are extremely ambitious and who have visions like this. If you're a founder who's just there for the money, who wants to build, $1 million a month brand or whatever, I don't work with people who don't have a purpose. I don't. Because I cannot resonate with you. I cannot lead with you. Built all of our offers, all of our systems, all of our SOPs, everything with this goal in mind. And I want to ask you a question, that is, what is your vision? What is your vision for the company that you're building? What is your vision for the brand? Because if you don't have a big enough vision for the brand, what's the point? People understand, people can pick up cues from your behavior, but what is your intention with the content that you're posting? If people can pick up from your videos that your entire intention is just stealing money from them or taking money from them, a lot of them are not going to actually convert, because your viewers need something bigger and larger than life to actually believe in. And having a vision is that belief. I'm not doing something super unique. A lot of people run content agencies, but the main problem with most of my competitors is that none of them are as driven and as purposeful as I am. A lot of these people want to run content agencies and get you views and get you followers because that's what makes them the most amount of money, right? That's what they care about. And most of these kids haven't even experienced the level of influence that I have experienced, or the level of influence that they are promising in. That is the sole differentiator between me and my competitors. And I'm guaranteeing you right now, like, most of them are going to be defeated by me, because I have this purpose and I have this vision in mind. And I suggest you to do the same thing, is introspect a little bit about exactly who you are, what you want to do, so that you can actually build for something that is worthwhile. Because once you have a vision, it's very easy to get people to be interested and aligned with that vision. Because that's what this entire space actually needs. That's what your viewers need. We need more creators. We need more founders who are more purposeful, who have a bigger vision in life. If you want to work with me one-on-one and install our done for you systems, you can click the first link in the description, book in a call, and we'll see if you're a good fit. We'll install the systems for you and run up your entire personal brand. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.